What, you won't lie to me, though?
No, I'm okay.
He needs to rest or find something else to do.
No, sir, I promise you, he will resume as soon as it gets better. I promise you.
The Englishman is the movie I'm reviewing today, and this movie is produced and executive produced by Onyii, and the movie is on Onyii YouTube channel. Director of this movie is Chike. Quick recap of this movie is about a wealthy man who died and his property has to be shared among his children. Now, one of the children became greedy and wanted everything to himself. Other kids were fighting tooth and nail. Will they be able to get this part of the property is what this movie is about. Now, what I like about this movie, let me start with Kofi Adjorlolo. He played the Englishman in this movie. I mean, his name title is used for this movie. I'm actually doing this movie review because of him. He's a very notable Ghanaian actor. This man has been acting for years. He's really great. I love his movies so much. I just hope and pray that Ghanaians celebrate this man whilst he's alive now, not when he's no more, before Ghanaians will be praising him. He was really maltreated by Kevin, which is the son of the rich man, and he was the gate man in this movie as well. And the way he acted, the English he was, the grammar he was pouring out, I love his character in this movie. This man is a legend, and the role he played in this movie was significant. His acting when he had a fragile in his waist joint and his daughters were helping him out in this movie was so good. I'm actually doing this review to actually honor Mr. Kofi Adjorlolo. So if by any chance you want to see this review, I really appreciate what you have done to Ghanaian movie industry and of course Nigerian movie industry as well. Like I said earlier on, I really hope that the Ghanaian entertainment industry give you your flowers now, not when you are no more. So yes, this movie is actually Kofi Adjorlolo's movie and I love him for that. Another thing I love about this movie is Chike Daniel's character. He was really in character in this movie. He was very controlling and also passionate about his role in this movie. He held the negative and the positive together in this movie, and I love the way he played in his role. Another thing I love about the movie again is the location. When I say location, I'm talking about the outside shot of this movie. Obviously, for the indoor, which is the apartment or the house or mansion they have overused this house. Now, I always wonder how the outside of this house or this apartment is. So, seeing the gate, seeing the outside of this house, I'm like, oh, okay, the house is actually a very cool house. The compound is very beautiful. The gate is beautiful. I have never seen this house or this apartment outside the house before. It's always inside that we always see. I'm always familiar with the furniture in the house. I'm always familiar with everything inside this particular house. So I'm even exhausted seeing this apartment in YouTube movie. So when I saw the outside of this house, I was like, oh, okay, that's really cool. So what I love is the outside shot of this house and also the compound that Mr. English and his daughters also stay. I think they've used this house in Etionose's movie, so this compound house is also a very good addition to the outside shot. So yeah, in terms of location wise, that's what I do love about this movie. Another character that I love is Peter Kumba. I don't know if I'm pronouncing his surname correctly. The Sierra Leone guy. Onyii is always experimenting, just like Ruth Kadiri as well. Those two producers, they really like experimenting people that we are not used to in their movies. So using this guy is really popular on TikTok. Like, he is a celebrity on TikTok and he's from Sierra Leone. So I don't know if he's in Nigeria now or he comes and goes, but yeah, he is the antagonist in this movie, and he played the part. He actually did his role. He was the nonchalant son of the rich man who died and wanted everything to himself, and I think he played the part. I just like seeing new faces, exploring more actors on our screen, so I love that he's in this movie. Lastly but not the least thing that I love about this movie is the size. Finally, a movie that has the right size for a YouTube movie. So that is one thing I love. So practically those are the basic things that I love about this movie. Again, kudos to the legend Kofi Adjorlolo. Now, what I don't like about this movie, trust me, this movie is overstretched, overdrag. I really do not even know what they were doing in this movie. They were moving in circles. That is basically what I can say about this movie. Too long, unnecessarily too long. This movie, if Onyii produced this movie with a storyline, I think she will end this movie in 1 hour, 20 minutes maximum. They overstretched the movie, became moving in circle. That is one thing I really do not like about this movie. Onyii character is another one that I really did not find interesting in this movie at all. She took over from Kofi Adjorlolo's role when he had a problem with his waist guarding the gate, so she became the gate woman in the compound. And the acting, I don't know, there was something just off. It wasn't, this is not the Onyii that I know who acts local. There was something her character was not funny for me. It wasn't interesting. So she's one character I did not enjoy at all in this movie. I don't know, man. The color they use, the color grading for this movie, is it dark, is it bright? What exactly is going on with the grading, cinematography of this movie? I do not know. If this movie would have been just bright, everything should be bright. Let's see the colors in detail. I don't know why they were going for dark black or dark blue, dim blue. I don't know, there was something just going off with the cinematography of this movie, and I wasn't faced at all with it. Another thing I didn't like about this movie was the moment the lawyer read how the properties will be shared among the children. After they discovered that Chike Daniels is one of the sons of the man, and he is actually the first son of the rich man, and they shared everything, and he took the greater portion. Now Kevin, he took less of the property. He became furious, angry. He wanted to go to court and contest what was read to them. After reading everything, that was the end of Kevin's character, and I wasn't like, oh, is that all? We're not going to see him again. Like, what is the connection? What I was asking myself, what is the lesson in this movie? What's the connection? What are we taking home from this movie? What exactly was the movie about? Was he about Mr. Englishman getting what he has worked for all these years for himself, or getting something, getting a reward as in what he got from the rich man? What is that like? What was the movie about? I was trying to understand what this movie about. So there was nothing really holding the movie together. That's basically what I'm trying to say. I don't know what they were trying to go with this story at all. The movie was quite confusing, and if you watch it, well, fine. If you don't, I don't think you miss anything at all. One last thing that I want to talk about again is Peter, the Sierra Leone guy. He was over-exaggerating, which can come across as very cool because he was the arrogant guy. But at the point I thought he was overacting what he was supposed to do, and he wasn't in character. It was like an off and on situation going on with his character. When he's playing that mean and arrogant character with Onyii scenes, he seems intimidating, but if he's playing the same role with Chike Daniels, he seemed more assertive and also more aggressive and more in character. I don't know, there was something, it was off and on situation with him. And kudos to the other two ladies as well in this movie. So in all, I'll give this movie a 3/10 solely because of the legend Kofi Adjorlolo, because trust me, if you don't watch this movie, you're not missing anything, and there's no take home, take away from this movie. It's just unnecessarily too long. They drag this movie going around in circle, and you're not going to miss anything. So yes, it's a good watch if you're a fan of the legend Kofi Adjorlolo, or you're a fan of Chidi Daniels, or you're a fan of Onyii Alex. Definitely you should watch it. Or should I say, if you're a fan of Uche Bunabo's movies, then I'm sure you would watch this movie to support him. So on that note, thank you guys so much for watching. Do subscribe, and I'll see you all in my next movie review.